Okay, so tonight we're going to talk hostess flipping. Now, why hostess flipping is so important is because these people have already, if they haven't hosted a party with you, at least they know the value of a party and they know what we're all about, right? The best way to get someone to join your team is by hostess flipping because you, whether you choose to or not, can give them that PRV and that gets them up and running to certified that much faster, whether it's 200 to 500 to however much the party ends up running. Um, Now, I'm going to kind of walk you through what it looks like on the workstation side because I know I have gotten a lot of questions about this in the last month or two on, again, what it looks like on the back office side to help them walk them through it. And it's just so much easier to show you and to do it that way than to explain. So, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to screen share with you in just a second here. I'm going to get my dashboard to where I want it so that way you guys aren't seeing all my back office numbers. And I actually came up with a way to do this by making a fake consultant that is going to be getting my party. So let me go to where I'm screen sharing here with you guys. Share screen. Okay. Come on. All right. So here we are. Showing my screen with you. So here is the party that I'm going to be flipping. I didn't put the consultants information in here because I am trying to respect privacy. So what you're going to do is, let's say I named her Sally Consultant, and she is going to be joining my team. And I'm going to be flipping the party to her. So that way all of this PRV earned from this party is going to go directly to her to start her business. Now, if you want to flip any orders before this, let's say her friend Amy had ordered right from my website and you want to flip those as well, you will have to contact support and let them know that you want to switch those over. And it's up to support's discretion on whether or not they will switch them for you. I've had them do it, and then I've heard them not doing it. I've never had them not do it, but I mean, again, it kind of depends on who you get on the phone, that type of thing. Or if you just want to keep those and only give the base that's right here. So what you're going to do is, let's say, we're gonna do it where the party order is still going to come to me. So I'm still going to be separating all of this out. If you wanted to not do it that way, here we go. So I named it Pua's Party because we just had a big Pua release. So I put the consultant's name. You need to have their name, you need to have their phone number, you need to have their address, especially if you're going to be shipping the party to them. But ultimately, if they're going to be getting that kit from Scentsy, then they're going to need their address. So here it's still shipping to the consultant's address. If you want it to ship to the host, let's say Sally Consultant says that she is going to separate all of this, everything will go to her. The minute you close this party to her, and if you have it sent to her house, it is going to exit your history. It's not going to be on your order history whatsoever. It will go to hers. So she calls you and says, hey, who gets what? Amy ordered this, someone orders this, I'm trying to put it. You can let them know that it's in their history of their workstation now. It won't be under yours if you have them flipped and everything's going to them. If you're having it where it's coming to you, don't need to worry about that. So I'm still having it where, yes, Sally Consultant is signing up, but the party is still going to ship to the original consultant, which is me. Okay. Great. Everybody saw my address there. Yikes. Okay. So then you have to go through all this rigmarole again. So I'm just going to click through these. Oh, stop it. I didn't want to do Okay, so now we're gonna go to the party orders so you all can see what's going on this end. Now, I'm going to put this underneath here, and Sally wants to use her host credit, or I want to give the host credit to the person so that their kit can be free. So I put in host. Yep. If you put a space in there, it won't pull it up. I don't know why. It just doesn't. So if you put in host and put in a space and be like, oh, the host kit's not coming up, delete the space. Sometimes that helps things pop up. So here we go. So I put in her information. Boom. Host kit's there. Now, oh, do I really need to do all this? Okay, hold on. We're just gonna do what's a warmer that's, yeah, we'll do wings. And because let me see here. Well, this is being sassier than I imagined it was before. Okay, I wonder if how we do this. So we're just gonna do a scent circle for all three. And honestly, this is just to fill up spaces. So bear with me here, guys. I didn't think I'd have to have this all put in, but them's the breaks. So when you go down here to checkout, you're gonna have all this information, blah, blah, blah. I'm gonna put through that because I don't want you guys to see any addresses. And when you go through here and you put all the information and the pending information, what you're gonna see is if that consultant hasn't filled out, they're going to get an email. Once you send them, once you put them as getting a host kit and you hit enter, it's gonna send them an email. So you'll click submit and it'll say, oh, we can't pull this through because it'll say it way up here. We can't put this through because of the fact that you have, sorry, I'm hiding people's names. It'll say it up here. So you can't put it through because of this, that, and the other thing, because, you know, they haven't filled out the information. Great. Then, oh, son of a nutcracker. Technologically having issues. All right. So then we're going to go back into the order because, and it should show up now where, okay. If you go under here, well, where in the Sampex? Jesse, am I missing something? Where is it happening? It should happen, and it maybe is because I didn't hit submit yet. I'm not sure. But you should see a toggle switch here that says flip party to your hostess. Jesse, am I missing?
It usually shows up like right if you go under host cart, it's usually right above.
It shows up right above here. And I wonder if it's because I didn't put in my card information.
It's because they haven't finished, like Sally hasn't done the whole sign up thing. Once she does it and and the enrollment's completed, it'll show up there giving you that option to flip PRV to this host.
Okay. So yeah, so you won't want to hit submit. You won't want to send any payment through until they fill that email and they let you know if you want them to get the host credit for the party. If they're not taking any host credit, if you're keeping all that PRV for yourself, you can send this through and you're good to go, you know, if you're going to use the rest of the host credit for yourself. But let's say one of my favorite ways to flip a party and to get them joining, and I'm going to stop screen sharing here now. We can always go back to it. One of my favorite ways to flip and do a party like this is by telling them, hey, let's do a party. Let's do your launch party together. Okay. So they don't have any materials yet. If they need it, I can send them something to get them by. But basically, we do an online party now. And then we work together. We do all that together. It's her launch party. Then she can use her hostess rewards towards the host kit, and she can still get that half-priced item or whatever else she may earn on top of getting the free kit. And she gets paid on it, and that's getting her closer to certified, which helps you if you're trying to get towards Angelo Mentor, or if right now you're trying to earn the Grow with the Flow incentive, by having certified consultants underneath you, that's going to help you grow, obviously. So when you're doing the host flipping and you're doing a party for them, I just set it up like any other party, and I'm basically doing it, but I encourage them to help. I encourage them to share things that they like, because if they're going to be these people consultant and I'm, handing the reins over to them, I want them to do the work for it. And quite honestly, they're going to be much more successful that way, because these people don't know me from Adam. They don't know who I am, but they know Sally Consultant. They are going to want to hear what she loves. They are going to want to hear what it's exactly like it is when you're having a hostess, only you're kind of giving them an extra boost. You're kind of giving them a little bit more, hey, you need to help out a little bit more, but it's only going to help you. And then also encouraging them to get those bookings off that first one, because that's only going to help their sales from this party. So yes, with a launch party, we want them to do as successfully as possible sales wise, but we also really want them to do bookings. We say, hey, instead of buying a whole bunch from me, how about you book your own online party? And they're seeing what, she's doing with her launch party. And she just says, hey, this is going to be very, very similar to what I'm going to be doing, or to what I'm going to be doing for your party if you host with me. So, we all know that, having extra parties is how you keep your business going. So ultimately, this launch party is a training tool for them, but they're getting that extra kick as opposed to just taking a free kit from me and running with it. I would much rather help them do the launch party, make all that extra money. Yes, I'm losing out a little bit on money, but I could be recruiting my next rock star consultant, especially since I'm showing them the ropes right now. I'm helping them along the way, and that could really pay out for you in the future. Okay. So by flipping all this, it can be really confusing and it can be hard to explain at the same time. But ultimately, when it gets right down to it, this is one of the best ways to onboard your consultants. It really, really is, because you're giving them all the tools at the word go, right? You're giving them the potential to start off as a shooting star earner. Because if they do all their launch party beforehand and then enter it when it's 500, they've just earned shooting star. You've just earned shooting star trainer. They're getting an extra $25 in product credit because they earned it. You're getting an extra $25 in product credit for helping them do it. There are so many incentives to onboarding people this way. And it's such a fun and easy way to do it too, once you get the hang of it. It really is. Because I know it can be confusing when I'm showing you these screens and you're like, wait a second, enter this here, enter this there. Even I just got confused on it, because normally by the time I'm ready to put their party through, it's already there and they've already filled out this information. So for me to see it and be like, wait a second, isn't that supposed to be there? We all have our little brain farts and nobody has it, perfect down pat, and there's different ways to do it and there's different ways to word it. But ultimately you're setting them up for the best success by training this way. It really is training to join. Does that make sense? Jesse, do you want to add anything onto this? I feel like, do I need more clarity with this?
I'm cooking, but no, you're doing great. Like that's exactly it. And I know for me, a lot of the times, even if if the host doesn't want to join herself and somebody else does, I'll also offer that kit to somebody else who's at her party. And you can just add the kit in, and then it's like whatever at the discount rate, whatever it is, $77. But when I talk to my host, sorry, I'm cooking at the same time, trying to multitask here.
No, that's totally fine.
When I talk to my host about joining, I usually break down the options. I don't remember who I learned this from, but I started doing that. And it was, okay, so you have option 1 or option 2. So option 1 would be whatever it is, $50 in credit, 2 half offs, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Or I can use your host credit. We can sign you up. You're going to get, watch my knife here, see this? You're going to get this kit for your $59 or whatever it is. Plus, you're going to get your half offs and you're going to make X amount of money back in commissions. Then I'm going to show you how you can earn even more. And that's the golden key, right? So, I mean, obviously, I haven't had any luck with it this month, but I ain't quitting. I'm gonna
No,
keep going. I got
it's only the 16th.
I know I got 2 parties starting this week. So and then I got more booked for April already. So I'm like, I'm flipping everybody. And if that means that I miss out on that PRV in the short term, and I know that's a big deal for people as to why they don't want to flip their PRV. Like for some of us, like I know for me specifically, and I'm sure some of you out there, you guys are right on that brink of annual sales if you haven't earned it yet. So giving up that PRV is going to make something like that a little more difficult for you. But you have to look long term, because okay, so yeah, you get that payment on PRV today, but that's it. But if you flip your hostess, you're going to get that payment off you miss out on that payment on your PRV today, but in 6 months from now, they've made you 5 times as much if you train them right. Don't worry, I'm thinking about all the things right now. I'm going to get ASA this year. If that means I have to find new customers, then that's what I'm doing. But I'm definitely not going to not flip my hostesses because of it.
Exactly. And that's a great point, Jessie. Thanks for bringing that up, because you can offer these people that you're onboarding 3 different ways of joining. They can pay the $99, they can pay $59 and, do the host kit, or they can get it free. And you can let them know if they have a $500 party, that's a $100 paycheck. So I've had people who are like, well, I want to get the $99 kit, because if I'm going to do a party right away and we get it to 500, then I've got the bigger kit and I've already earned all that money back. So, and then I get more in it. I mean, and there's a good, decent amount in that $99 kit to make it worth it. But it all depends on their financial situation, where they're at, and B, where they feel comfortable. Some people don't want to invest money in it. They are nervous. We all know that you can get bad reps being in MLMs. I can't tell you how many sitcoms I've seen where they're like, oh, it's a scam, and they get roped into this scam, and I'm watching the show and I'm just like, yeah, no, sorry, no. Yes, that one is a scam, but you're making it sound like all of them are scams. We are not scamming people here, okay? But it's a real fear that people have, okay? So you can tell them, hey, if you decide to take my free kit, this is a no risk way to try Sensi out. You are literally risking nothing. You're getting a free kit, and you have 3 months before you have to start paying on your website. So that way, if you decide it's not for you, it's not for you. So there's different ways they can put this thing. I mean, oh, I don't have the money right now. Well, why don't we have a party? Or, hey, I have a free kit available every now and then if I do have it. Because for me, you guys, if I have to use my host credit for anything other than giving a free kit away, it kills me. It kills me. And I just think of the opportunity that it could be for someone else that they're missing out on, right? Because we've all joined this company for one reason or the other, and it's all changed our lives in different ways. And for me, it has made me so much more confident. It has made me more I don't know, self-aware, I guess. I don't know. I mean, for me, this business has given me so much to have for myself, on top of like being a mom and on top of everything else that I have to do. It gives me confidence, and I never thought of myself that I could be a leader. And here I am leading, which is crazy to me. And like, who wants to hear me speak? And yet y'all show up every Tuesday and you want to hear something from me. So, I mean, we all know what we get from Scentsy. So now it's your job to go out and find what Scentsy can do for other people. And whether that means you have your friend who is a single mom with 3 kids and can't afford a kit but needs an extra, however much a month, or to a friend who's an addict who loves Scentsy and can't get enough Scentsy, and you're like, dude, you could be getting 20 to 25% back on what you buy, and you're getting a discount. Plus you can just host your own party once every 3-4 months and use the host credit for yourself, but collect your friends orders. I mean, there's so many different ways to help your friends out and help people out with Scentsy. So I mean, if you're looking at it as like trying to push a kid on someone, or if you're looking at it as a way, oh, I can't get anyone to join my team, well, write down the ways that you're approaching it with people. And we've talked about this. We talked about this in January, I think, when we did our recruiting or sponsoring talk. And the number one thing you need to be doing when you're sponsoring is listening, right? You need to be listening to what they're saying. You need to be listening to what they need. You need to be listening to how Sensi can enhance their lives. And if they say no, again, it's not always no forever. It could just be planting seeds. They say no, but you know what? You've planted that seed in their head and they're thinking about it. And if anyone is hosting a party with you, they're that much closer to joining your team. Okay. And yes, I know we get other teams, where we get like, oh, I'll host a party for your company if you host a party with my company, blah, blah, blah. We all get those. But ultimately, if you're not at least asking your hostess, would you want to join? I mean, this is how much you could get off your kit, or this is how much you can make off this party. If you're not offering that option, you're leaving a lot out on the table that someone else could snatch up. And let's say, like Jessie said, let's say I asked Jessie to join my team and she's my hostess and she says no. I can offer it to Courtney or Carrie. I'm just seeing names on here. I could offer it to any one of y'all and say, hey, um, I put out the opportunity for Jessie to join my team, and she's not interested right now, but I was just wondering if there would be anyone else who would maybe want a discounted kit, or would maybe want. The thing is, though, if you're going to offer the kit on that hostess's party, so Jessie's hostessing, she still wants her kit, or she still wants her host rewards, but one of her friends wants a kit. They're going to have to pay the $59 for it unless they host their own party. And let's say they're fine with that. They want to pay the $59. They want to join. They don't want to do their own party for whatever reason. You do it the same way that I showed you in the screen share earlier. So you switch it. So now Jessie would be, instead of Sally, Jessie would be my hostess. But let's say Ashley wants to join my team. So I just switch Ashley's name to Jessie's name, and I still just put all of what Jessie wants underneath Ashley's name, because that's not going to change anything. All it's going to do is send the host kit that we put in there. So you'd put the host kit as retail because they're going to pay the $59. And then you have everything else the same. So, and Ashley wants, this warmer, that warmer, whatever she wants. And then you still have it shipped to you because the kit will still ship to Ashley. Who does the one getting the kit pay? The consultant, or when they fill out the email? They have to pay the consultant. They don't pay when they fill out the email, because that it doesn't do anything on the email besides sign them up. So let's say, Ashley is going to join my team and she is going to pay the $59 kit. Then she sends that to me and I enter in her card information, or if she pays me PayPal, however it's done. They pay you, they don't pay Scentsy, as opposed to if they join for the $99 kit, that's all done with Scentsy. Thank you. That is a great question, because a lot of people get confused about that. And a lot of people will be like, well, she got her kit for $30 and I had to put the $29 in or whatever. Who pays for that? You have her pay you. Okay. Thank you, Carrie. That was a great question. Should we take a little minute? I mean, I know some of this can get very convoluted. Is that an old word? Do I feel like an old lady saying convoluted? But I know it can. So does anyone have any other questions about this hostess flipping? Because yeah, it can get really messy in there and it can get very confusing. And sometimes if you're looking at it, like if you leave this, video, you can come back and watch at any time. But feel free to message me or anyone on this call, Jesse, message your sponsors. And if they don't know, again, you can message me because sometimes you can hear all this and you're like, oh, I got it. Uh-huh. And then you start doing it and you're like, oh, fudge. Wait a second. I forgot this step or whatever the case may be. So feel free if you want to unmute yourself or if you want to enter a question into the chat. Jesse, it looked like you were going to add something. So if anyone wants to come up with their questions while she does.
Yeah, I was just going to say one of the things that I do when I am party hosting at the very beginning of the party, just so that I get a feel, because half the time I literally know two people in the party and there could be 30 guests in there. I know two, like personally. So I don't know anything about them. So I always make sure that before the party day starts, I have it on there, a welcome post of some sort, like, hey, my name's Jesse, this is what I want to know about you, kids, dogs, whatever. Like, and I just list a couple quick questions like, where are you from? Do you have any pets? Do you have any children? Something like that. What's your favorite category? Fragrance category is another one, so that I don't look like I'm trying to get information out of them per se, but it's just so that I know. So then come the end of the party, when you're asking people and Ashley messages you, you can say to her like, hey, Ashley, I'm so glad that you sent me this message. I'd love to help you, whatever. And if she said she had two kids and she's a stay-at-home mom, I'd like to help you get out and have, do something social or whatever, do something fun, get you out of the house, away from those kids for a couple hours a week. How about this idea? And it just kind of gives me a lead into it. So that's not something I've been doing for a long time, because I didn't know that that was a thing and I didn't ever think about it, but I don't know where I read it, but it was a great idea and now I'm doing it.
That is a really great idea. And even so, then that helps you kind of put a name with a face. Granted, like it's a Facebook face, but if they start being, really great hostesses or really great consultants or customers, you're adding them to your VIPs, you get to know them. And again, we're in the relationship business. We're creating relationships with these people down the road. You see if they post on their Facebook, hey, I'm struggling, with money, blah, blah, blah. I mean, don't get too like, hey, want to join my team. But, if you see little hints to be dropped or something like that, I mean, don't jump on them like vultures. We've had this conversation before, so I don't feel like I need to go into it again. But being authentic and being just real, like don't be vulturish. Don't, if you can tell that they really love Scentsy and they say they're having a hard time, just say, hey, I just want to put this out there because I know you love Scentsy. I know how, you're having, some rough times right now. I'd love to be able to give you a free kit, by hosting a party and doing that. But if it's not for you, that's totally okay. I just want to put it out there because I think, here's the keywords, I think you would make a fantastic consultant. If you instill confidence in them, that's going to push them a little bit further. Oh, she sees that in me. I don't know that I see that in myself, but if she sees it, maybe it's there. And again, they might still turn you down, but you've planted that seed. You've planted it there. Yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything else I can add. Jesse, that was a really, really good ad, by the way, because I mean, lots of people, we use Visly parties from other people. We use bits and pieces, and you might not have something on your party like that, but that's a really good idea. Tell me, three fun things about yourself, or whatever. And even if it just gets people talking too, because people like to talk about themselves, they like to share, they like to know about, want people to know about their crazy, puppy that they just got, or puppies in Barbara's case. They want, people to know about their, beautiful children, or their brand new fiance that they just got engaged to, or about the amazing new job or promotion that they just earned or graduated from college, or whatever the, whatever is going on in their life. People love to share. So by asking that, you're just going to get them talking about themselves. You're going to start creating that relationship that, again, down the road could be something much more than just a consultant and, you know, consultant customer relationship. There's so many people who I have met through Sensi, and whether they've joined my team or not, I have so many friends that started out as customers. So many friends that started out as customers. And now they're really, really good friends. And they don't want to join my team, and that's fine. That's totally fine because I still need customers. We all still need customers, but ultimately to have a great growing team is a good thing. So, yeah, I don't have anything else to add. Jesse, do you have anything else to add on this hostess flipping? I mean, it's a very small part of sponsoring, but I feel like it can be very impactful if you're doing it in a way that can start them off like blowing it out of the water.
And keeping it simple too. Like when you're hosting your parties and this, that, and the other, you have to keep it simple. Like don't make it too much. Don't make it seem like it's difficult to do. The easier it is, the more appealing it is. Nobody has time. Like, let's just be real. Nobody has time to think that they have to spend 40 hours a week at their day job and then come home and spend 5 hours a night on Sensi because that's what she does. You've got to make it look almost effortless. I think my husband is snoring in the living room. I really do. But it has to look easy and it has to look fun. And I'm telling you guys, live videos is where it's at. Just to add on something else, live videos talking about why you joined and whatever. Like I use Bizly templates too, but I've created my own videos, and my parties already are doing better than they did last season because of live videos showcasing my favorite, this is my favorite, whatever. But just saying this is my story, this is what it's allowed me to do. Hopefully it helps somebody else.
Mhm.
The
And
videos is where it's at.
you can, to start yourself out, if you are not a fan of live videos, you can record those videos and post them too. Because if you like, oh, I don't like the way I look, or oh, you stumble over yourself, that way you can start and redo it. So I mean, don't be afraid to pre-record them and post them. You don't have to go live, or if like you put it on you, but then you can switch the camera around and show off the product while you're talking about it. You don't have to be in front of the camera, but they can hear your voice. There are little ways to tweak it. So if you're a little shy at first, and if it seems daunting to you, you could do it a little bit different way and work up to that.
You know how you get over it real quick is using the funny filters on Snapchat, the one with the big mouth that disguise your voice and stuff. Like I did that for cotton cleanups. I was like, oh my God, guys, look how easy this is. I just flipped the camera, dropped the cotton cleanup. This is life changing. And video, it was literally 8 seconds. I sold 12 packs in an hour. Like, and I mean, I know that this is sponsoring and stuff, but I mean, that was an easy way for me. I hate videos. Molly will tell you, I hate lives. I hate doing it. Every time I do it, I get super anxious and everybody's, oh, but Jesse, you're so outgoing. No, I am not. I am a hot mess. Even standing here right now, I am a hot mess. I'm shaking. I'm vibrating. Like, oh my God, people can hear me. It's okay. Put that silly Snapchat filter on your face. Make yourself look like I did a pet line one with the dog. And I was like, ooh, I love the way this smells. And I kind of like barked like a dog. It was gold. Did I sell anything? No. But those people now think that, oh, Jesse's so funny. Oh my God, that is so hilarious. So use those Snapchat. If you don't have Snapchat, get Snapchat and use those funny filters. They're hilarious.
They have them on Facebook Messenger now too.
Oh, wow.
So
I
you
didn't
can
know that.
record it on Facebook Messenger and send it to a friend, and then like you can save it from your Facebook Messenger and do it that way too.
I did not know this. This is news to me.
Hmm.
I'm doing that.
Right, fun new things. Well, we're not getting any questions, so I hope that you guys learned a little something. Like I said, I am recording this, so I will post it into our team page, and feel free to venture back. And if you have any questions from there, just let me know. I hope you guys all have a great Tuesday night, and we'll see you next week. I don't know what the topic will be yet, so spam me with some topic ideas. All right. Bye, guys.